energeticcity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup brought to you by Brad's Furniture and Appliance. Today I am with Sabrina Brooks from the School District 60 Band. Yeah. So, just to start, why don't you tell us a little bit about the School District 60 Band?
So our district's been lucky to have a very collaborative multi-grade band program open to all the schools. I think going back 50 or 60 years.
Wow.
So very lucky. There's 4 teachers that work collaboratively. We actually have 2 on the way student teachers that have been training with us in the classroom, and a couple more former students off in university. So we're getting bigger actually now. And so it's open grade 6 to 12.
Nice. And so you have 2 bands. You have a middle school band and a high school band, correct?
I actually have 3.
Okay.
So the beginner band program, that's actually, I work with that a lot, and that's open to all grade 6 students.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the middle school, it actually splits into a grade 7 band and a grade 8-9 band, and then the high school band.
High school band, so
Yeah.
10 to 12.
And the 4 teachers, we sort of take turns. So I tend to conduct the beginner concerts, but I help. I'm the assistant to David Price with the high school. And then the 2 middle school teachers, Alice and Sandra Gunn, they take turns with the middle school. So the kids get more than one teacher, and they see us over the period of 7 years. They end up working with all of us.
Yeah. And how does that kind of like impact the students, like having multiple different teachers and different perspectives helping them?
I think it's a good thing, because my teaching partner David and I were very different, just personalities, styles, and I think it's good because usually if there's a kid I can't get, usually he can, and vice versa. And just some kids really benefit in all subjects, I think, really, of just hearing the same thing but explained in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or just a different face in front of them sometimes, saying the same thing.
Yeah. And we did hear, I know it's been mentioned a couple times, that 2 of your bands are having music festival trips this year.
Yeah, and so the middle school kids, they're going to the Edmonton Contando Festival, and it's not so much of a competition, but it's just an amazing learning experience. So Sandra Gunn will be conducting them, and with Alice Mondrell, the Kearney and Bert Bowes, they form together, which I think is great, right? The 2 middle schools working collaboratively as a team, and it's just an amazing festival in that there's lots of workshops and performances, so the kids can really get inspired in a way that locally maybe they can't as much, just because Edmonton's that bigger center with more action, and they bring people in as well to that festival, the Contando Festival. And I know a lot of our students who are graduated now, their inspiration for going to music school was at the Contando Festival.
Oh, that's
They
awesome.
saw a really cool person play, and that inspired them to keep practicing and turn it into a career.
Yeah. And then the high school band, this is the big one.
Yeah.
Where are they going?
Niagara Falls. And so it's Music Fest Canada. It's a national competition, and it's invite only, which is a
Wow.
big deal. And it's tricky to even get the invite because you have to go to another competition first. And last year, because we were able to do everything online, we were able to do the qualifier. And last year, that band got a gold in the qualifying competition, and so that got us the invite to the nationals.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how was the students' reaction to that when they found out they were able to go to this prestigious national festival?
I think it was a little bit, at first, a little bit of surprise and shock and maybe some disbelief. For the last 3 years, nothing's been happening. Not by choice, but just the reality. And so I think it was just when it finally sunk in, then there was that period of, is this going to happen? But now it's getting excited. And the
good.
pride, the fear starting to set in for some of them. Oh, this is serious. But I think it's good for kids, right? To know that their actions matter, that they're part of something. It's just been really interesting with the high school kids to see them take on some leadership within themselves over this competition, because no matter how we do in May, when we finally go to this competition, they've already learned so much. I'm just watching them, they're organizing fundraisers on their own, or mostly on their own with just a bit of my help, right? They're organizing the extra practices. They're trying to help each other out. We had some talks last week where the kids were like, oh, well, I'm really good at this. Maybe I could help my group by working and helping the other ones learn the notes and things like that. And I just think that's a great learning experience for them. And just to see that family, that teamwork, that team spirit kind of grow, I think that's the most magical part, really.
Yeah. I mean, as a teacher, I imagine that's like everything and more you could ask for.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to have a group of students and teach them and they learn it for the test and like, that's cool. They check the box, but to have them want it, you can't make that happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes that takes an outside thing. And I think that is the beauty of things like sports tournaments and band competitions and even the play, the musical, right, that we do. Having that end project where there's a concrete thing, a concrete goal that you have to work together and your attendance all of a sudden matters, right? Because you have people relying on you, waiting for you, right? If all the clarinets skip out on night band, then the songs don't sound any good, right? So that sense that your attendance matters, your life matters, your participation matters. I think that's huge for kids.
Yeah. And you had mentioned fundraisers as well. What are some of the fundraisers going on that people in the community can get involved with to help out?
So little ones that are ongoing, but sort of low-hanging, easy fruit, you could do at any time. We've got a bottle drive. And so all people need to do is round up their empties. They do need to be clean, but they don't need to be sorted, just in a regular blue recycle bag and dropped off to any band student or band teacher.
All right.
And that's super easy one. Another one that just came out is we're doing a fundraiser for Walker's Greenhouse.
Oh, okay.
And so that's really easy. I know myself, I have a gardening problem. I spend $200 easy every year. But so you buy a gift card from the band, you spend the same amount you're gonna buy anyways, and 25% of that goes to the band.
That's awesome.
So for me, my $200 I was going to spend anyways, $50 goes to the band kids. Not a bad deal, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
And then the big ones that you have to be there, but we would love for you to be there. On the 10th, we have the Montney Coolies is actually our local dance band. They have donated their time. They're putting on a show at the Lido. It's for Valentine's Day. So why chocolates? Why flowers when you can support the band and come dancing? And so that is at the Lido. It's going to be a super fun night.
All right.
And then the more family-friendly event is the 23rd. So on the 23rd of February, we have the Montgomery School booked. And we're going to have face painting. We're going to have cotton candy. We're going to have popcorn, all the important food groups. And we are doing like a variety show thing. So we've got the bands playing, but we also I have a Zumba instructor going to do a little Zumba thing. Ooh. Some of the Highland dancers are going to come dance. We're talking to the dance studios about having them. Tantrum Band is coming to play, that local band at the more rock band at the high school. As well as I'm hoping to get some of the other choirs and other bands and just small ensembles. We have some soloist people coming. Just a variety act of fun, and we're going to set up a little dance area with costumes and stuff for the little kids to run around and jump around and just enjoy the spirit of the music, and everyone can stuff their face and get their face painted. I mean, who doesn't like cotton candy and popcorn?
I mean, I do, so you should check it out. If you are free and you want to support the students at the local band, check it out. You said it was February 23rd.
February 23rd.
And are there tickets ahead of time? Or is it just
admissions by donation, and all the funds go to the kids for their trip to Niagara Falls. And so it's by donation at Montgomery School, February 23rd, 5 to 8 p.m.
You heard it here, folks. Anything else you would like to say to everybody back there at home?
Just a thank you. I know as a citizen myself, just watching how we support the local bands and groups, and not just us, but we do a lot to support the musical and other initiatives. It makes me happy to raise my kids here. It does. I just have really felt a lot of support towards the kids, and I just appreciate living here. I really do. I do think that the town cares about our teenagers, and I think that matters, and so thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out and chatting with us here after school. I know it was a little fast, but thank you for coming out.
Yeah, anytime.
Absolutely. And thank you for being with us. This has been the Community Roundup, brought to you by Brad's Furniture and Appliance. I'm Kat with energeticcity.ca, and I will see you guys next time.